I've always really identified with being strong. I've always thought that's what gives me value in the world, my ability to just hustle and get on with it and make shit happen. But as I've gotten a bit older, I've realized that strength on its own comes at a cost. Because sometimes when I activate my strong suit, I become hard. And in becoming hard, I become impenetrable. And in becoming impenetrable, I can't feel the love of the people around me, and nor can I love them back. I become solo, completely solo. And I've really been grappling with that lately because I've been trying to teach myself how to be soft. I've been trying to learn, like literally learn the cognitive skill of softness, because I know that I need to sit those two things up against each other now, that I need both of them in high practice to be able to love and be loved the way that I want to love and be loved. So I've been really thinking a lot about this lately, and I was remembering one of the last conversations I had with my dad while he was still really copious, while he couldn't speak very clearly, but he could still form ideas and responses slowly in conversation. And he was sitting in his favourite armchair, and I was kneeling in front of him, just kind of holding his hand. We were all sort of waiting for all the final moments felt so precious, every one of them. And he said, "You're so strong." And I said, "Yeah, I am strong." And he goes, it's good, you're so strong." I said, yeah, Dad, you really taught me. You really taught me to be strong. I learnt from you how to be strong. But actually, what I'm learning from you now is how to be soft. In caring for you and having to hold you in this most tender space, you're teaching me one of the most important things about strength is softness, is being able to access softness. And as I said it, I really was drinking it, because I know this is the lesson for me at the moment. And he just nodded gently and he said, yeah, it's important to be both. Now, putting that into practice has been a whole other thing, because I have a judgment around soft. Having been someone who's been in the strong space all the time and in the hard kind of can-do, operational, outcome-driven mindset for so long, soft has always looked for me like maybe lazy, or maybe unmotivated, or maybe, I don't know, not able to achieve. So I have a judgment, an inherent wired judgment around what it is to be soft. Soft is vulnerable. Soft can be taken advantage of. Soft can be taken for granted. Yeah. And so the last few months I've been really wanting to find a new thing, But while I've been wanting to find a new thing, I've also really been wanting to practice this softness. So in my relationships, I've been really trying to learn, really learn how to be soft. But in my professional life, I've been still going, yeah, but I want to do something, and I want to make and do and build and things. And these two things have been conflicting against each other, because actually I've realized that because of this judgment I have around softness, it's been feeling like when I do this softness practice, it's been feeling like I'm spineless, like I have no will. In that space of softness, I've felt like I'm void of will and void of drive and void of motivation. And just the other day, or actually for the last few days here, there has been a crazy windstorm, such a huge windstorm, and I'm surrounded by big Carry and Marry trees, large eucalypts. And watching them literally bend and then rebound, and just constant, this movement outside my windows. I wake up to it and I go to bed to it every night. Sometimes they creak even against each other. And they're such powerful giants. And sometimes limbs fall. Sometimes the limbs break. But the limbs that break are the limbs that have no suppleness to them. And it really started to strike me that actually maybe it's a semantics problem I'm having. And maybe it's not softness that I want so much as suppleness. And when I think about being supple, I think about it completely differently. I think about being able to move, being able to dance, being able to bend, being able to listen. Suppleness for me feels like what it is to really listen to somebody. Suppleness feels like what it is to kind of let something in, but still be strong enough to hold it. Whereas softness for me, the semantics of it was really getting to me. So yeah, it's been a really interesting insight just how the language of the softness versus strength was making me feel a lack of will. And yet when I think about it as suppleness, because suppleness requires strength, but strength and rigidity together is brittle. It's brittle and it's so vulnerable to breakage. Whereas strength and suppleness together, that for me feels like something I can lean into. Just thought I'd share.